That's
you're
funny,
not going
though.
to question that. You're not going to try and change anything about that.
Dude, I'm not
But
sure
I
many
also
people
respect
get that
the
in
fact
chat.
that gives GX as much data as possible.
I reckon there's only about 30 people,
like
maybe a bit more.
That sort of
Can't remember how popular that program was.
opponents.
Okay,
I think it could
Heretics
be a good
on
time.
Heretics on defense,
Let's see how Heretics
Giants on
fare
attack,
today.
triple Sheriff, Sheriff
They
over
haven't taken
towards
a
middle,
loss
triple
recently.
Sheriffs, and then we have
In memory,
2 armor
really, when it comes to these group
classics.
stage games,
So
they
Giants
are
maybe predicting this
untouchable for the
pistol.
most part.
I don't know. People are
GX
buying more classic armors against
course
the Sheriffs at
Keeps
the
them
moment.
what
It's
it
pretty
is to
nice.
lose these early games,
Shotdog
finds
comes
up
in, hits
seed,
Trickless a little
pistol
bit.
round
3
underway.
pass and door.
Lots of Sheriffs in play and already one drawing blood. Nade in.
My guy still has drone, but he's not going to ever feel comfy
them
to use this one.
capitalizing on
Keep
the
an eye on
back
the
of
luck up
paranoia.
short.
Incredibly late
Dude,
flank
this
coming
luck
up.
up short could kill
I think they
everyone.
may have
Surely
just
we're
had a rough
enabling.
idea. You can see it being watched by Boo, but doing something about it might be a little bit tougher. Westside needs to get in there,
Benji
though,
got
because
that
already
kill.
Benji has dealt another blow to Grabinho. That time ticking, but Westside has an opportunity,
Whoa.
and he will find both! A flying
Whoa,
start!
okay. Damn, that 1v2 at the end there is insanely impressive. He did great to kill Benji. Dude, it was a cypher off.
Open like that so quickly, it feels like he's missed his window, he's missed his timing, and he's
No,
now
I thought he
locked
had
out
missed
of
his
the
timing. I
round
agree with
it
that.
inevitably falling into Heretics' hands.
I thought he was
You
done.
see the pistol win rates on the screen. We did going into it as well, and it was not looking good. Heretics were on 50%. GX
Oh, that first
below
shot.
38, but now, well, that statistic gets a little bit better. From Westside with a 4-0 start. He has got
nice,
some
bro.
wins in his sails.
It's a good pistol from
early
them.
on here
What
on
the
Ascent,
hell?
A map that certainly
Why?
listened to the conversation on the
They
desk,
know
and
they're
I
gonna
think we
buy an
very much
outlaw?
agree with it. Having Haven and Sunset coming up next, GX will need to secure this map.
Yeah, I think you even look at it and go like, what? They have to secure this because Haven seems unstoppable.
Yeah.
It's only been Gen G in the last 12 results that have managed to beat them. Also
What is
an
this? It's an
excellent Haven
XMS
team,
buy.
but even Ascent, I think last few
That's
months
crazy.
6-1 for the side of Heretics. So they are playing into their opponent's strengths, but I think also just feeling their own. And I would much rather
Well, there
see
goes
a
the heavy
team do
armor.
that. Like, go for your own strengths rather than trying to pinpoint a big team's weaknesses, because I think you're a lot less likely to win that way. Westside's still flying, and I think as well, like, you started to really see the best of some of these players. Westside coming into the league, obviously.
What a weird
the
one.
last stage,
Do you reckon they had
like, he looked
do you reckon they had
decent
some like
in
anti that they were
flashes, but
gonna
there wasn't any
face this with
consistency.
Outlaw or something?
And that's kind of what we're looking for.
And he was
especially
gonna
heading
trade it
towards
with a
the
body
playoffs.
shot? I
How
can only think
consistent
anti-outlaw.
can some of these players be?
Definitely was a flashy start for
Okay, who gets the
Westside.
snowball?
4-0 and looking at a
I
2-0
guess
scoreline
Westside,
for
why not?
GX.
You could
Heretics, Classics, they've lost
try
loot already.
group
They've
up
lost
next
the
round, get a
B
kill,
Strong
get the ult
post
out,
plant in
get
play.
some trades.
We've already seen a trap
Use
be
the hat.
put in place, but by the looks of
But
things,
they should
GX
probably
are
try and get
very much willing to play ahead of
Cloud's
that.
ult, really.
They do decide to back off, play inside the smoke, let them
This is
trip
exits.
that trap. But it's all about finding a way out, because Heretics have them boxed in. And they're not looking to try to win this round. It's not one that they'd stand much of a chance in, but if they can isolate a few fights, which Grabinho is about to offer up, then things can get scary indeed. A quick trade, but it's all about damage.
They lost the gun though, right?
How much more
Maybe
can
they
get.
lose another
Benji
gun.
in with an opportunity to make this costly.
I like that Minivu
Ooh,
had
okay.
known that
Close,
that trip
though.
was there the entire time. Gets the kill, goes, I need that gun, and just runs straight into the trip and immediately
Ends up being okay. They lost
it's
an
fine.
outlaw.
It's a little bit funny, but in the end, it's going to be the
I
result we
mean,
expected.
ideal world, it
2-0,
should have been like a
gun,
3-1
pick back up next.
to scout either side, and then you save the guns. But
A man that we really are still sort of coming to know a lot more in the league is
There's my head
Flickless.
blocking this anyway.
Mitch, I'm sure there's one fun fact on there that I think really resonates with you as a
Listen,
person.
I probably am not the biggest fan of nature in most people's mind, but if trees could grow chicken nuggets, Flickless, I'd be right there with you. We'd be strolling in the park every damn weekend. But it's also worth mentioning the bottom thing there was that he used to play against Benji Fishing down in the tier 2. Now, well, he's looking to face off against him. He's been waiting for this moment, for this opportunity. I even saw a video they put out earlier where he said, "I'm coming for you, Benji.
they were fast to
I'll
break
be here
that
for
trip.
you, just like I was before."
Camera over towards
Let's
B
see.
main, kind of clears it out. They see no one here. Dude, Rien's mate.
Flickless is in the ground. Rien's with a nasty double, and that's 3 in the round for him.
Yeah, he got the first one just fighting Westside in main in the first couple of seconds of the round. Blink and you miss it. And
Raid boss, dude. This guy's always
round
just
is
way
already
too good on
looking
this
over.
map, man.
And that's one of the
I
things
tell you what, a
that
good
I
Sova on
find
Ascent though is lovely to watch.
It's really difficult for teams to deal with when it comes to this composition. If I was going to pick where each player over on this Heretics roster was comfortable, I'm picking the agents they're on. I think Woot's Jet has been sublime. Sure, I think you could throw an ISO in there. Rian's on the Sova is a no-brainer. Miniboo on that Yoru as well. Like, it's just a very comfortable map. So you're going to see players like Rian's just popping off. Well, it's almost
good damage
flawless up until Cloud turns up.
Yeah, it's good damage at the moment.
Looking for a trophy. He's managing to find himself a good bit of damage. And I was already going to say, like, the damage can be the question in a round like this.
Just save? I mean, the save's absolutely fine here.
There was going to be anything in terms of positives for GX to
Lost
fall
bonus
back on.
is 1-9 anyway. Saves the gun.
14 seconds
Gets
now.
1,000.
How much you know about the rotation, but he's not quite going to make it to the A site. Nor is he going to try. He is just saving this weapon into the next.
He did a good amount of
He's taken
damage.
A few weapons out of Team Heretics'
lovely
hands,
round from
carrying
him.
this forward gives him that little boost of credits.
Still no like impactful ults really. It's all situational.
2-1. Of course, like, if you're going off the majority of data going into this matchup, you'd expect this to be quite defensive-sided. Obviously, a 3-9 versus mates to start on the attack, and then a big comeback to take it to OT.
Yeah, okay, nice.
And then on the other side, up until their last match, I was going to be talking about the fact that it's very similar for the side of Heretics. 8
big
rounds in their last couple of matches, and then they got a 9-1 attack. After being quite far down. So, yeah. They kind of break the mold when they fancy it to the Heretics team.
Yeah, that attack side still, I'm sure, keeps many others as well as myself awake at night. Thinking about how you can replicate that. And, well, maybe they'll show us here today. 2-1. A good start from GX.
The further back trip as well. Giants will do a good job though if they find this early.
Rifles invested, a little bit of extra economy
yeah, there we go. That helps a lot. Pressure over towards middle means that this has to get a little weaker as one check spawn.
Yeah, especially with this comp, you're really relying on
weird.
Ara, be it
So they leave for A retake and it's Boo's job to watch middle.
Otherwise, breaking into these defensive
gets to the 50-second mark, is where the final call kind of gets made.
You can already see
and his flash into market fake B into into A pop-up shot.
A bit more of a problem as they're not going to be able to get as much.
Wait, are they actually going to go back into B at the moment? This is getting a little weird.
It's been caught on the wall. Not going to be as quick.
We're kind of hitting both sides at the same time right now.
Spike here on short. Miniboo up close. A flash about to come through. Right clicked. He's going to have to react quickly, but he does. It's 2 for Miniboo. It's the spike drop. All the info.
Why's my jet luck in the middle?
Left. GX, even as they recover this, they will need Ara to run through this B site, and there's still 2 players waiting. They're hastening. They're looking to push into this site. They get past the first piece of utility. They get past Rien's.
They get this kill, they can plant. Oh, dude, Ara, you gotta swing, mate. You gotta swing. We gotta see it early.
Left with no other choice but to save the weapon.
Okay, a little weird from Giants, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really
Insert
nice
one over
read.
towards here. We're faking this while pushing up short at the same time. I guess because he got hit by the flash, it kind of messed it all up.
No need for that. But it's more so just their adaptation with not seeing anything around A main, knowing that they had that sort of stronger hold on B. Short was their main worry. When they double up, they have the smoke to support as well.
Reading YouTube chat, always.
Difficult for GX in the late
Who's the favorite here? Heretics.
Unfortunately, now is where GX have kind of run out of credit. So they'll have a couple of guns.
Okay,
but they'll need
two guns on this one, and
a couple indeed, just the 2.
It looked kind of convincing, to be honest, from Heretics in my eyes.
That with a more direct play. Flash pops up and over. Boo's not caught by it though. He was nice and passive, not overcommitting to the angle. Reveal goes in. Woot's gonna block it and go out looking for some. It's Ara that he finds. The weapon recovered. It's on Flickless now. Himself and Cloud back off. They don't want to fight this, and a good job as the paranoia came through. But now you have to hope that on the other side of the map, West Side's finding some space. You have to hope that maybe mid is...
Yeah, I know. He thought they were going fast on it. He went for a fast smoke, kind of missed it.
Easy solution for GX.
Super aggro cam as well. Like, the second you get around the corner, you're revealed. Doesn't seem like there's a way out of this over Miniboo.
Wait, that's a gun down, though. That's a little aggro from him, for sure, against an eco. And the trip's actually looking not too bad. You've got Ray Boss Rienz over towards side though, recon in hand.
They struggled to clear it with the last few seconds of the last round. They've got
one kill trip. There's the kill trip. Ooh, no one in a position to get a kill off of it. Surely this one.
Let's see if they find it here. 30 seconds on the clock now. The pressure mounting.
Dude, they took so long. There's no smoke over towards spawn now.
They need a smoke, but they haven't got one on Grabinho. Crossing, that's going to be difficult. 20 seconds. I mean, they are running
What
out
are they
of
doing?
time
Waiting for
quickly.
Grabinho
It's gotta
smoke?
be a
Smoke
pacey
us
hit.
out.
When
Now
push
they can
comes to
hit
shove,
sight.
They were waiting for the smoke. In the meantime, Flickless goes
Whoa,
down.
what the?
Grabinho follows him. Rien still
Dude,
to be
this guy
rooted
is
from the
way
backside.
too good at anchoring B, man.
3-2 for Team Heretics.
I feel like if I was playing
GX,
against Heretics
they
on this
didn't make
map,
a
I'm just
dent on that
avoiding him.
push.
Yeah, I was going to say he's on today, but I'll be honest with you. It seems like he's on most days.
He's on
That's twice now
every
that
single
they've
day
gone
for the
walking
last
into
week.
the hands of Riens, and he has managed to come out on top. They do well to clear out mid, but I think that's the problem for GX right now, is they have the expectation that there's going to be aggression, there's going to be map control taken, and in a lot of cases there isn't, and it's just taking them so long to get into the site. And then by the time they do, they have to wait for some utility to come back online. It is a
Well,
much more
here's the timeout.
patient
It's a straight up go
strategy
B.
out from
No,
Heretics.
straight up go A
while you
even.
kinda
Ignore
see the
B.
alarm bells already ringing, as those last couple
Surely.
of rounds haven't been particularly close.
Either that or they just
Well,
kind
yeah,
of
and I
talk
think
about the fact that
probably
they're
looking at
turtling all the
that
time back
execute
of
and how they
sight, so
had to
maybe
just
save some
freeze. I
util.
assume the
So
call
then
was
actually
made,
being back of
let's
sight.
make the push into sight, let's
They're
smoke
kind of just
spawn.
running in with nothing.
And then the call back is, I don't have a smoke. So
It's a rough
they
start
have
for
to wait
Heretics,
for it.
and then
all the
it's
while,
a
that allows for
incredible
Heretics to
turnaround.
close in the net. Now, I
Just
don't
look
think
at their
it
money.
actually
It's been
affected
so
anything when
clean.
it came to actually pushing into the site. There was already players close by. They didn't get closer. They didn't set up extra utility. They were still in the same positions. And when push came to shove, it didn't work. But it's more so about the deeper sign that tells you the players not being in sync with the game plan, with the pace of the round. And we can't see that happen in too many more rounds. For GX, it was a 2-0 start, but Heretics now
A bit of a change up from Heretics. Get the up out. With what's going on and the fact they haven't been fighting here, I would imagine Heretics will start fighting this area a bit more.
Seem to have full control.
They just got to do it
I kinda wanna
once.
see a potential, like, even if it's just a pump fake, just to try and pull out some of that early utility. But of course, while you've had a chat, so have the side.
Flash close. Oh, dude, it's a straight up fast strat, but there's only 3 of you here.
Oh,
Oh, wait, it looked like they kind of knew that they were doing this. As soon as this cage came up, they whoa, 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 he's running at
They
him.
have not cleared the gap, but that's left a problem of their own.
What the
Riens
hell?
has gone
And then
down,
while this has
and now
happened,
the
they walked
spike
over
in on the
towards
other
A.
side of the map. It was all a ruse
Wait,
to
this
try and
was nuts,
sell
bro.
an idea on the B site, and it has been sold.
Yeah, I think just an
As soon as this
unfortunate
cage came
round
out,
for
by the way, they
Heretics
knew
to
that they
decide
wanted
to
to
get
punish over
aggressive
towards
and
B
be
main.
main.
They've watched some
Even now,
demos.
look where Mini Boo
They're a
is.
little
He's going to
prepped.
be so far disconnected from the action.
I saw the deep cage come up and just straight up spam.
Waits because they've got an off and no numbers to back it up. This is a
Either
risky
that or it's just a
play,
common rank play, it might be.
confidence quite clear. Now the players come up on short. They're going to be here
What
together.
the
An
hell?
updraft. Rubinho almost punishes. But
Who's
still,
got a
the
big
numbers
flash to
sit with
retake here?
GX.
Actually
The
hits
time
2
is
of them. Maybe
ticking
didn't get the
in
guy
their
back.
favor, and
Sorry,
mistakes
on
need
the
to be
site.
made here by the attacking side. Fresh out of a timeout, it looks like they've come up with a solution and putting all the
Whoa.
pieces together. It will be 3-3.
Very, very nice. That's a great strat from them.
Yeah, a nice round coming out from GX. I think
That was
just
cool.
having that aggro, aggressive sort of start into this part of the map, getting the opener, having to dive through
He
the cleared out
absolutely
Riens,
sent
that
them.
pulled the rotations immediately. Like you thought it was going to be that B-site hit for a reason, and then the other players just go walking in on the other side of the map. They're trying to see if they can push and pull that defensive side a little bit more, and that's exactly what they've done. Solid call, and I'm sure coming straight from the mouth of Pipson. For now, though,
Cage out the top to fight
Operator now
this.
heads into the hands of Ara.
If anything, the timeouts
For a
help
gap,
because they're
maybe
not
even
bunkering on
expecting
site.
a push.
They still want to like punish once in this area.
Well, yeah, Ara has to back out of there. Pull the reveal bolt from the drone out of him.
What's my favorite dessert?
Make his
God
way.
knows. I like a brownie.
Now,
I like
GX,
cheesecake,
they
to be
found a
honest.
great
Cheesecake's
round
pretty
in the
banging, but
previous.
that's to be a
I think
good
it
one.
was thanks to that disruption. Getting into the B side, selling the fake, having the numbers, and having Heretics out of whack. Seeing that happen does strike me as
Cheesecake
something
is
that will
bad?
also be rare.
Ooh,
just
not
like
if it's a good
Rien's
one,
going
mate.
down when you push his site. Now taking a few with him. We'll see if they can find a repeat success here. If Heretics are right back to
Nice
winning
goes
ways. as
out,
they
doesn't
will
spot anyone
again look to
close. We
push
got
this
Yoru
side where
TP
Rien's
for
and
back of
Benji
sight.
have been holding strong.
Struggle, that's for sure. Rotation.
Surely he's
A little
taking
bit
his
further
TP,
behind. I
right?
think they're nervous, even though they've got full A main control. Rian's
Yeah,
being
takes the
spotted
TP,
and
double
cleared,
back
and
his
now
side now. Big
the
flash.
rotations come in from Miniboot to try and help, but he'll be cleared as well.
Oh, I will say this was a lot better from Giants in terms of actually sending it over towards the site. There's a lot of times where they're just stuck in this box and they're getting wrecked.
Finances of Heretics are
Now they're actually
not
sending
be
it.
in the greatest space after this one. And while peeking into Grabinho,
Might have to save this one,
that has
Boo.
not made things any better.
No, that hasn't helped out at all. And I mean, I
Lil
don't see
with the
much
tier
wrong
one,
with that
thank you
from
so
Heretics.
much.
Rian's
Appreciate the
gets
whole
one,
year, mate.
they're
Thank you,
pushed
thank
back,
you.
know, usually you would have the trade come out from Boathouse there.
Your name
but
with
the
that
paranoia
comment
had
kind
hit,
of
so it was a good
works well.
paranoia from Grabinho that
For that.
sort of disabled
Simple as
that
with the
play.
Prime as well.
And then
Thank you so much,
the
mate.
TP comes in from
Appreciate you,
Miniboot.
Simple.
He's there to help, pops the flash out, and they just miss their shots. Simple. But for GX, that's like gold dust. They're now on 4 rounds in the attack. They're heating up. They're finding consecutive wins. Their economy looks great with
Boo.
4 players surviving.
Yeah, I
They've
mean,
got
he's been
that off on
rotating a
Grabinho.
lot.
This couldn't be going any better.
I mean, he's
for them.
just been
What I will
retaking
say,
a
though,
lot,
is
to be
I
honest.
do
It was only
think that the
pistol,
fake in
I
the
guess.
last round from GX was a little bit in the back of the Heretics' mind, because you see where Miniboot ends up and where he is at the end. That's where Rian's is already dead. I think if that's earlier in the game, he TPs earlier and they fight together, and you have a much better crossfire, maybe both of them peaking.
Yeah,
but
they didn't.
of that
I
sort of
agree with what
warrior
he's saying.
pocket, they kind of faked us out last
They're
round,
quite
went
hesitant
into
on the
A
TP
side.
for sure.
There
They
was
didn't
a
like
little bit
know
more hesitance
100% if
to
they were hitting over
Could be
towards
wrong,
site.
but that's just how it felt like with
Nah, I think he's right.
how quick it was for Rian's to go down before there was
Yeah.
any reaction.
Yeah. I think even though if he TPs, he still gets hit by the paranoia the same, but
Sure,
yeah, they can
sure.
have a much quicker reaction to that. Nonetheless, Flash went out, caught a lot. They don't capitalize on it, and that Boathouse hold falls very quickly once they know you're there. They've seen the numbers. For Heretics, a timeout. Not happy with how those last 2 rounds have gone. They're going to try to steady the ship here.
Sad strat with the
2-0
Jet
start.
knives.
They get 3 rounds in a row.
Maybe.
GX back. This early half still very much up for contention, but that play on B, it might have shaken the players. You could be hearing something in the comms. You could be seeing the reactions in that
Yeah.
moment.
Well, I also
You
just
also
think
have to have
as
an
well,
adjustment
like,
to it.
if you're going based off the majority of their results, you're going to have the expectation that both of these maps should be defensive-sided, or both halves. Especially when you look back to the Mates result, it was, I think Arrow was 16-4 on the defensive side.
Who do I
And
want to
pretty
see
rough
from each
attack
region,
shot.
mate? I don't
If
really
you
care,
know
man.
that Arrow's probably gonna step
Like,
out
I just want to see
as
the
well
best
as
teams, so
14-6,
it works
so
pretty well
they
that the
have
best
proven
teams
they
end
can
up
play
going.
the defensive side really well, and
I
have been a
don't
bit
care,
rough
man.
on the attack. So if they have a great attack, Heretics might be in trouble.
Oh man, Nilsdino and Pipson, only 2 head coaches to have remained with the same team since the start of the partnership era back in 2023. Really feels like we made that one just to rub it in Mini's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I approve this message. 4-3. 1 round
Jock
gap, but
to
it's
break
GX
the
in
trip.
lead.
Flash recon
Team that
deep.
comes in not as favorites, but to be honest, in this group,
Damn,
favor them
dude.
to
Do you
make
see
the
that,
playoffs.
chat?
Now they're
Our
fighting for top
defensive,
seed. They've surprised a
our
lot of people out
defensive
there.
smoke on top of Cloud there.
Defeating Heretics
to
would
dodge
do
him
just
from the
same. It
recon.
would lock them in, number
He was like
1.
behind here and threw it across to hide him.
Totally
It's
looked
good.
like it was going to be an incredibly competitive group, but other than their singular defeat, they managed to look very
Ball pass and
comfortable
swing
indeed.
over towards
Benji will
middle.
start things
Benji's
off. Of course, a few
absolutely
weaknesses
wrecked
in
him
this
through
round,
the
but
wall,
they
by
are
the
being
way.
padded by the Bladestorm.
Just tapping
A
on the
little bit
right.
more of a stack up in pressure to mid.
Gun
But
goes
this
down,
leaves
so
an
they
opening
could try
on
and
A.
push through if they
Only
wanted
one
it.
man here in the
Would be an
form of
upgrade.
Boo. Does seem like this will be an
Yeah, Mini
attempted
Boo's
retake
fully
for
on this, by the way, as well. Mini
Westside.
Boo all
Left
over towards all the spawn
behind
clears
fans
this.
have definitely helped out a little bit, but Cloud is still
Mini
standing.
Boo is
They
now
opt to
sitting in
fall back
spawn.
to a passive position for that Hunter's Fury.
I mean, Cloud's got to be fuming. The fact is that wasn't aimed for him. It was
Oh.
aimed for Flickless, but he ends up getting caught in the crossfire.
God, this round's so weird.
TP through. It's gone super deep.
Cloud over
They're not
towards
watching.
main, but he's not
least
even
not for
considering
now.
behind her.
Information coming through, but that's on Team
Cloud,
Heretics'
mate.
side. Taking it from the corpse of Arrow. Now that's an easy pick.
Didn't even consider it. I mean, his mate had cleared middle, I get it. But they were bottom of middle. They should at least be thinking it's a thing.
But it's all about finding the space and capitalizing
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
very
That's
nice for
exactly
Heretics on this
what
one. Just
Heretics
4A
do.
control,
4-4
as in
locked
just
in.
leave it. Hold everything else, basically. Pushed all the way out. They just had so much info. I would say Cloud is like, I guess he thinks they can't be there for like another 2 seconds. That's a little rough from Ara, realizing that he can't get spammed through the wall. Probably scared a shot.
Becomes too easy for Heretics from then onwards. A good response, a good
And as you got me a
recovery.
free kill, baby, with the drone tag, you sexy.
Nobody knows possibly what he could have said.
What could he have said?
Just cut out a little bit too early for me to know. what he was going for. We'll never know. 4-4.
Okay.
Heretics back in the
Is money low or not?
Defuse
No, money's
round,
okay
solid
still, really. We've got 1,
Minibu
we've got
now
2,
in the back of
we've
their
got
heads with that
3.
DTP that came through on B.
Honestly, this would be a eco.
Wants to get
2 each.
fastly into this side, already
Oh,
dashed off.
okay.
But he only gets 1. Now Benji Fishy's on the scene.
Benji did great, though.
He's put them back to square footing.
They've used the Hunter's Fury already on the attack to get them in. Caused a nice distraction, but does mean it's unavailable.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder for Heretics on this one, though. Smoke over towards main. Okay, all that.
Let's
make it easy.
Doesn't quite manage to clear out Rians, and
that
that
looked a
will
little
lead
rough.
to his demise. Now, all that remains is Cloud, and they know exactly where he's fighting
bullets.
from. The defuse
Not
already
today,
begun,
mate.
and the firing squad stepping up just to wait for him, and by the time that ping even comes
Wait.
through, it will be defused. A nice attempt in the end, taking down a couple, but there just
They
wasn't
just
enough
accepted
time
their
for that
recon.
fight.
Respect.
Yeah, maybe there would have been if Rians was down. That's got to be a frustrating fight for Flakeless, who really
It's an
had him
awkward
dead to
one.
rights.
Yeah, Benji did so much, though.
I mean, it's a tough angle. You've got a pixel.
Yeah.
You're shooting at a shoulder.
Enemy remaining.
Then he comes back out and fights right back. Fires a few bullets at the other
shoulders,
side.
right? It's like, I could, like, even though it is just a little bit of luck along with the spam, it's like, if you get that kill, you know you're not dead, and that's going to be in your head.
You have a 1v1, and then later, even if everything else goes the way it did, that's 2 players with the defuse, not 3.
Yeah.
1 less player, 1 extra second, and that could save the round. But Heretics walk out of there with the lead. 1 round to the good,
Recon.
climbing their way back up, and
Recon
like we
gets
said,
shot,
defense,
we
we
flash
expect to
into
see a
the
solid
open for
performance,
this
and
guy.
now
Okay.
we're very much getting that.
Like that.
Once upon a time, you couldn't stand there getting revealed. The good old days.
I like the wall.
Of course you do. You just like how much pain it causes.
I just hate Odin players, if I'm honest. But that's mostly
Sending this
because
to
of
Enzo, no problem.
That's fine. Nonetheless, minute left on the clock. I feel like these slower
The
rounds
RX lost
have
today.
ended
Yeah,
up
they kind of got
biting
wrecked a little bit.
GX.
Talon looked
Allowing
nice,
for-
man.
Already you see the late gate crash going down. Minibu now going to get
It's actually a
aggressive
banging
with the
game.
info. And as
Okay, a
they
little
take this
bit of
mid
pressure over
position,
towards
we're
short.
back
We
to
got
the
a
same
kill
fight
trip. This is
again.
going to be hard for them to deal with. The main guys got to shoot
against
this.
the full squad, but there will be a fairly
Yeah,
quick
they do,
rotation
though.
for Minibu.
Yeah, Minibu's here now. You heard the gate
Your
crash. Now he's
TP,
inside
they got a
ready
smoke
to
from
fight. Still
Boo
got
to
himself
enable
some
them to get
flash
over
to use.
towards site.
Once
3
get
people
on
on
the
site. They
site.
got 1 kill trip.
This fight's been difficult at the best of times, but now it's the worst with an extra
No
player here.
way.
Fishy falls
No
too, and so does
way.
Rians. Great reveal.
I mean,
TP
Recon
coming
was
in, but it's
incredible.
cancelled at the last second. They got
Yeah,
in there.
I take it they're
They
gonna play
stopped
back
Boo
a site
from getting
again.
his weapon up and attempting a last-second hold of the B site, and now 2 versus 5. There's nothing they can do but save, surely.
No, yeah, again, they don't have the credits for this. Only 1 player survived in the last round, so
Minibu, he went into it to dodge the recon, right? I don't know who was meant to shoot the recon.
For GX going into the half, which I think they would have taken all day long at the beginning of this one. But yeah, I think we're starting to see, like, even though, and I like this about GX, even though something hasn't worked once or twice, it hasn't made them frightened to go for it again. Like, they have tried that same B execution with either a player or 2 going through B main.
What I think about the KO comp, it's fine if your KO is a beast, especially on this map. This is like the best map for it.
Sort of cleared certain
But I
angles,
think
built up
these
together,
days you
and
have to
then taken
actually
the
like
site first couple of times.
warrant
It didn't
using the
work. They got
KO
wrecked by
with
Benji, they
good
got wrecked by
detail.
Rians. This time they are patient, and it
If you
pays
util
off
sloppy,
massively.
then you
And
might
as
as well
said,
just
a
be a
solid
yarn.
reveal, a solid flash, which sort of forced some of the fights a little bit earlier than they
Did
would
his
like.
recons
Well,
everything.
it forced
Flash
Minibu to
recon,
run into a
Omen
smoke
flash
where
timing was
someone's
kind of
already
sick
waiting.
though.
Either that or stand
Gotta
on
give
the
him
other
that.
side and get shot
Chief
through.
Omi with the tier 1,
Forced
appreciate the
Benji to fight
17
inside of
months.
the cage. Again,
Flash
jumping
recon,
into
do the
an
double
angle
flash
where
recon,
someone's
is actually
already
really
waiting.
good.
I mean, that's just a really well-played positional advantage for GX. A great piece of utility coming out of Cloud, well-timed, and that gets them 5-5. 2 more rounds to fight for. The Team Heretics, they can't really afford to break the bank here. Credits are going to be saved over on most players. Those rifles saved, but the rest, Sheriffs and a Stinger, there are weaknesses here. And a real chance for GX to at least guarantee neck and neck at the half. And yeah, we saw that attack side from Heretics. It looked unbelievable.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we expect Heretics to be leaving this half with the lead.
Yeah, for sure.
Double stack over towards
say-
middle. They got a drone.
It feel it more with Heretics than maybe any other team. Somehow you just feel like they can win these rounds.
I mean, Cloud
Rians
might
with
get
the Sheriff,
shocked.
1 away
Well,
from
they don't
all.
even have a shock.
Woot and Minibu granted the rifles. It's never going to be an easy take, but I like what we're seeing. They're grouping up together.
Uh-oh.
to try and take
Oh,
this
he
one
just
as a
hand
squad,
delivered
but
them a
they're
gun.
already 2 kills
You
coming
messed
through.
up your
Benji
KO
has
flash
managed
timing.
to even retrieve a rifle, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know how it happens, but it
Yeah.
always seems to happen.
Doing
One
the
of
mix
cleanest
well
rounds
against
we've seen from
ecos
Heretics so
just
far. There you
isn't
go,
great
Nick.
in
Spike
general.
It's all about the behold time.
1v1
You know,
on
we said it's been
site
difficult to break through.
where
They
he
had
can
dash
then
go
pick up a
in,
gun.
And Benji stood up close, sheriff in
great.
hand, not blinded. Well, the jet is. That's a freebie.
Where's
the
the
rest of the
caster
kills,
curse when you need
I'm
it?
not sure what happened. We got this reveal as well. That's going to give a lot of opportunities, and yeah, Woot was able to capitalize on it. And this is what we saw from the perspective of Ara, and as we can see,
The flash
he couldn't
didn't-
see a damn
the flash
thing.
didn't help
The
matters,
flash
that's
out
for
from
sure.
Minibu, the
Oh,
fact
and the
against 2 there, so unlucky. Player caught mid TP, 6-5. That's a disaster of a round for
Exec, you know,
GX,
is
and it might
awful.
scare them away from the B push in this final round.
I would say an unexpected victory, but it wasn't.
Yeah, most people would say an unexpected
maybe-
victory. You don't have that luxury.
No.
Maybe Heretics should have
Sometimes
gone
I
for an
agree with the
anti-chaos setup. There's at least
I wish
the potential of orbs, but it looked like they wanted to punish this one if they were going to go for it.
Adapt and fight back in. I said I like the fact that they grouped up, and it seemed like it ended up being their demise. It's a short push, hasn't been too successful, but a lot of the time they've been
Oh, that was
pushing
going
into
on.
2 players.
Aliens.
This time it is only Woot here. Only Woot.
Well, now it's a blinded Woot. Somehow, he gets out
Oh,
of
dude, boo, mate.
Down
You gotta
again.
kill. You gotta
Over
kill
the
main.
jet. He's been nearsighted.
No way,
He's
these
lost Boo as
recons,
well.
these
Now it's a
recons.
real problem. Miniboo comes in, looking to avenge his fallen brother. And although he finds one, it's
Got
Woot
ult for retake
going
on this
down.
one though.
Just one in trade.
If Rien's gets a kill, it gets
Plan
ult.
for GX.
Body's over
Post
towards
already
short.
positioned inside of
So
A.
you would imagine they'd try
Look
and
at Heretics, though.
cipher
What
ult.
they've
Or
got to
don't even
work
need to,
their
this
way
will get them
back
info.
through. Already you've seen Miniboo pop that ult for information. He knows there's 2 on site. You can very easily deduce where the other player is.
Well, you can now.
Might have even seen it. And they certainly will with this reveal. This should be huge. GX caught in the open. At least Grabinho is. He's behind the Jenny, being pushed from all sides. But
Doable,
both
look at
players
the HPs.
incredibly low. One spray could end this.
Dude,
and it's
it's
Miniboo's
been
to
lovely
do the
rounds
dirty
back to
work.
back from Miniboo. Yeah, good
really
impact.
solid round from him to end out. I like the fact that he gets the kill, but then is patient in the end, knowing
too
that
bad
he
from
has that
Heretics.
dimensional drift. And well, a back
Got
and
a
forth
little
path
weird, but-
that ends with Heretics just about taking the lead. But as said, that is the favored half for either side. We'll see if GX can turn it going into their defense.
What do you think of Patty's KO? Yeah, Patty's KO is good enough. Yeah, let's do this. The EMEA teams just not believe in double senti. Nah, most people are. Yeah, most people are either double controller, double initiator, or double duelist. We don't get that many. Like Navi, we're doing it for a little bit. They're probably the biggest users in EMEA. There's still quite a few double initiator teams in EMEA. Fnatic, yeah, I mean obviously Fnatic on this map as well, but I guess Koi as well, but the problem is everyone that stole Fnatic stuff stole all the bad stuff with it as well. And it's been getting a little wrecked at the moment. But I think double duelist is too good, man. When I start looking at teams, I think I would just run double duelist. As long as I have a good Yoru, I would run double duelist as much as possible. It just looks so nice on certain maps.
That first half, we talked a lot about the Behold with Benji Fishy, and it's worth mentioning his performance. The first 3 weeks, even he was talking about how he wasn't delivering to the level that he wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. They had an incredibly busy schedule with their 2 trips away, but it definitely seems like coming back, he's slowly been building into things. And
Hard to argue against comfort. I mean, yeah. If you, I mean, if you can have comfort, then the meta's like open enough that you can do it. But if you have, I think a lot of teams at the moment always have a player that used to play duelist, that is like maybe playing like flex or initiator or something that you can just put in the second duelist role.
And this certainly has been
Because normally they're the
a
best
strong
mechanical
start for him,
players
just like it was
anyway.
in the previous week.
So
Great
A lot of those
Benji
players have been picked up
hitting
anyway.
his stride again, but whoa, there was
Dude,
the
a
timing
quiet
there.
walk out over
He would
towards
be hit in
here.
the back
The
of the
problem
head by
is,
a
do they
shot from
run?
Ara.
Do they run here
Embedded
and knock
in
in
mid,
Cinder
but look
Benji,
at the
or
players coming towards him. Benji could be in a lot of trouble.
Benji's
He's
watching
looking
it.
the right way, and they're not checking him.
Dude, it's a
That's
fast
at
trade on
least
that, though.
one for the lurker as the A side
West Side's
comes
in
under
trouble? He's
pressure.
got a cage to play off of.
Definitely didn't expect
Definitely
two players
in
to be
trouble.
there, otherwise
Two
he would have
pass
had
and hit over
slightly
towards
better
heaven.
trigger
Omen
discipline.
flash is great.
Already though,
Oh, what a
still
weird
two
round
players
this
that
is.
need to be cleared. Wu in a bit of an unorthodox position with a chance to try and fight them, but getting rid of them could be difficult. Flickless has kind of gone alone, wanting to get back in, and instead of that, he has met his demise. Both players fall immediately from under. And well, Cravino,
He just absolutely sent it. Like, sure, man, why not?
That was never going to work.
1v4. I mean, what
1-1
else
on
can
the
he do?
pistols.
True.
Just dives in. Someone's planting. Maybe I can isolate a fight, and he did. But 3 shots out of that right click.
Yeah,
going to
Benji
the
did
chest
good,
is
though.
Unlucky. And I think this is it. You know, we saw obviously on the retake, Flickless popping.
Oh,
a flash.
he
That was the flash.
was
Right
full
click
blind
through
for
the
this one.
smoke. It catches Boo entirely, and the power of the classic shines through in the end. He knows the angle he's holding. He knows if you flash, you're probably going to push, especially in a pistol. And the timing works out in Boo's favor. If it doesn't, that's a signal for the players to flood out of heaven, and this round becomes very dicey for Heretics. But Boo saved them that trouble and made it look easy. Now 8-5, a 3-round gap. Heretics in the lead, and this is the thing, 7-5 coming out of that first half. It's close, and it looks like GX did a great job. But they won the pistol. They got that 2-0 start. Then you start to think this would be a much more dominant game if that wasn't the case.
Well, yeah, I think the first buy round is going to be integral for them. We've already spoken
if they lose the
about
first
this
buy round,
Heretics
it's
roster and how
for sure
once
done.
They have the wind at their sails, they're unstoppable. Like,
They're allowed 2 deaths,
truly, these youngsters just
and
start
the 2
having
people
fun.
that are allowed
I
to
think
die
they
pretty
probably
much, kind of
play
prodding a little
more,
bit. Got
ranked
one
to
inside over
work on
towards
their
middle.
individual characteristics
Second guy's
more
going
than
to follow
maybe
this
anyone
drone
else
up
in the
short.
league. So if they're feeling it, you're in trouble. And it's when they maybe come under aspects of pressure that at times they have crumbled. Here, they've already made it into the playoff stage. And now we're in the fight for the top seed of the group, which of course will skip a stage.
Oh my.
Mini Boo, a chance
Yeah,
to
best gun for the
farm up.
situation.
I don't expect to see a scope used in any of these fights. Ah.
You're a liar, Tom.
Technically, he's not fighting.
30
He's just
seconds
looking.
left.
That's true, yes.
He didn't shoot a bullet.
All under control here for Wu. Yep, an easy little double.
Yeah,
Didn't
right.
doubt it for a second when I saw him take his knife out randomly up in heaven. Not sure why he did that, but 9-5.
Hey, you
It's pretty animation,
You gotta
actually.
flex the skin sometimes.
I mean, it's understandable. The Ruination Dagger would have been shown to him if I was there. I certainly... He wanted to quickly move into the corner to avoid the reveal. That came with its own risk, but
I
fair
love
enough,
that
it
it's
worked
the
out.
straight spam. That just
Okay,
hits
this is
it
the
down
round.
at the end. 9-5.
That was really good round again. Good job. Let's go.
I need some
Either
positive
it's
reinforcement
easy or it's hard. I mean, they don't have
I
the
feel like
best
I'd
buy.
be in a general happier
They
person.
don't have the best
if you're
bonus.
A miserable Brit would only still be up to like a 2 out of 10, but that's okay.
Oh,
This is the round.
tech
though.
pause?
GX, they're up against. Oh,
Yes.
is it the round? This was the round? It could be the round. There will at some point
When
be
will it
a
be the
round.
Yeah, there's going to be a little bit of a pause down on the stage. And
Tech pause, water on the desk.
Dude,
you say.
spillage.
Wonderful.
someone spilled their water, haven't they? Come on.
Show me.
Who was it?
Show me who it
Who's
was.
the tissues going to? Oh, it's Ara.
Well, at least it's not mouse mat.
Although it could have been Cloud. Maybe he knocked it to the right.
Cloud, is Cloud right-handed? Maybe, you know, he swings it that way.
It looks. Let's get some analysis in here. It looks like the bottles are on the right sides of the player, so I believe it would be Cloud, or Ara pulled Cloud's water over, which would be a little toxic. I'm going to assume Cloud made the issue.
Water
This is all his fault. Water spillage around PCs, not ideal. And you know, I learned that the hard way. They talk a lot about liquid cooling, but it's not as easy as it might sound. Oh, there's a replay. Let's get into the
replay of it? Sure.
How this technical pause happened.
Oh my god, come on now.
Well, that's poor analysis from me. It was Ara.
Yeah.
Something left.
Yeah, you know, he was fist bumping a teammate. It's forgivable. It's forgivable. It wasn't a frustration. I feel
Rookie
like
mistake.
frustration-
Dude,
my
he just
favourite
he
is
just
still,
hasn't
I
got the
think,
years
with
on
Zipan,
stage yet.
when
He'll
he
get there.
goes to drink and the
He'll
lid
get there.
just flies off the cup. That's my
gone.
personal favourite, water spillage. But no, I do think that That didn't look like a lot of water, so I'm hoping that that will be cleaned up quite soon. And also,
dude, look at Mini Boo, man. He's showing off.
Not on his mouse map.
3 of them.
And that's the danger zone.
That is where it
you
gets risky.
You don't want a moist.
It depends.
Mouse
It
map.
looked like he had quite a swing at that bottle there. It might have splashed over onto
Damn, nice
Cloud's
drawing.
mouse mat. Okay, so just to let you guys know, we're going to be doing a little round rollback as some of the utility from Yora. Obviously, if you put it down in that pre-round, it will still tick down. It will still fade away. So that gate crash was placed, so it has to be reset to before. So we'll quickly roll back the round. We'll be back in a moment with the gameplay. Don't you worry about that. Shouldn't take all too long. And I think a good moment for that little bit of a break as well. Oh, I love the red on the stage. Focusing back towards the game itself for GX. They're coming into this with a full buy. They're going to be investing everything here and now. And like you said, Tom, this first full buy round
didn't fully
is going to carry a lot of weight, having lost that pistol, having lost that 2-0 lead in this half, and seeing Heretics push up to double digits if they win this.
Yeah, I think it's like
the Euro TP
really
timed down. Oh, okay. Honestly,
out because otherwise you are just going to be giving all of that momentum over. You're going to put Heretics.
Explained
in
it. Yeah, I have them so quiet, man.
Map is Haven, which realistically,
find it hard to talk when people are yapping in my ear.
Not going to win Haven. Like they
got them really quiet.
showing versus mates, but to me that doesn't mean too much. A man that will have to step up both on this defensive side and going into the next map. But you could. I want to bring up the stats he had over on this map on the defensive side last time he played. I said he was 16-4 on the defense. So even though you're looking at potentially his stats now, I think he's got 6 kills. There's a big chance for a turnaround for Ara if he can get rolling. But if they never really get the economy going or they get shut down early, it might be a very different story.
And I actually have another stat Captain Cows forwarded to me. They've run the numbers in the background. Numbers of bottles of water spilled, 1 as well. So we can add that up. We'll have that on the next stat card for Ara. He is leading the league so far in that, which is an impressive feat.
Is that true? Or
is at least tied.
Okay. You know that he spilled 1, but do you know every other one that's been spilled?
Captain Cow's about to come back to me now with a full breakdown. There's going to be a bar graph.
Who has spilled the most drinks? Actually,
how many milliliters?
If it includes talent, it's probably you.
Without a doubt. But if it's over yourself, then it's also me. But the good news
it doesn't take that long, right?
Back into the game shortly. And seeing GX, I do know that, Tom. I don't speak unless I'm 100% certain of what I'm saying. I can see the players nodding, and that means that they're confirming.
Oh, I didn't know you were a body language expert.
Yes.
Please explain some other aspects of reading someone's body language.
Yeah, so when you see them put their hands quickly near a cup,
there you go.
That's called the spillage zone. It's dangerous. It means they're confident, they're happy, they're maybe looking to fist bump a teammate, but they get a little bit too
Winning
confident.
this will get Heretics to the same seed as Liquid in playoffs. Yeah, they'll both be top of their group.
You could never knock over a drink angrily.
No, you'd think it would be more likely, but actually, and for reasons we don't have time to get into.
I think you are.
It'd be a little bit easier. This is Giants map.
As I said, we're getting back into the game
9-5, win a bonus, pretty much
GX,
done.
Rifles in hand. This is a buy round that they need to win because it has been a good display. We've been in many 9-5s that I sit back and go, well, the other team's not really competing. This should be a quick closer. But there's been a lot of rounds where there's been promise. There's been good shutdowns by Heretics when they have won. But this here
Cage towards middle, you see the camera that sees above it. They actually saw one rotating. One goes through mid.
With the cam.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, they've spotted Ara, I mean. We've swapped sides.
Yes.
Orban pressure over towards
Benji
B.
has done that spotting. But it's very patient stuff. Of course, like when you have
Fnatic writing notes, B default to begin.
The picks as much as possible. Have those potential upgrades if somebody makes a mistake or gets aggressive. But GX, for that reason, are not doing that. They're playing very passively. No control of A main, B main. They've given all of that up and are going to try and wait for whatever execute is dealt. The other thing as well is when you're running this KO, you can get information a little bit more freely off the back of that knife. That will be 10 seconds until that's back online.
I like the idea of flash through as the drone went in, see if there's someone there. As you know, Tom, we've heard from experts in the game if there's a drone with no one behind it, It's likely fake pressure. And we're seeing that here today. Going on short, that remake by GX is still a player top mid waiting, but he's not ready for Miniboo. He gets far ahead.
Not like
Miniboo
that.
misses the shots though, and it's Flickless to draw the opening blood.
Wait, everyone's doing it.
Fabinho also gets caught off guard, but despite good positions,
holy Boo. Mad respect from Boo. I got mad respect for that. Just tanked the Omen flash and was just like, I'm still sending it.
The plan's secured, but at the cost of Benji.
Gun retrieved at
Go on,
least.
Boo. You got a hero round in you here, surely. You're feeling great after what you just did.
They are waiting for it though. West
Okay, well,
side,
that's my fault.
That's
my bad.
Mentioned him going into this defensive side.
I'll take the hit for that one.
He's in with the
bit of damage.
I won't lie.
Bit of damage is
I got a little
okay.
bit nervous. I saw some lovely movement coming out from Boo to get around that
Reigns
corner as
has
quickly as he did, while completely blinded. But in the end, it's fairly comfortable for GX.
It's like having Mel back.
But it's a nice angle on himself.
Yeah.
It says ult.
That's confident.
Self-report.
That's unlucky for Miniboo though.
Yeah.
And again, we see this. The Boo brothers both have good positioning in this round, a great opportunity. If that fight on top mid had also gone the way of Team Heretics, this would be a very different round that we're looking at. But GX managed to avoid that, and it's Ara, the player we highlighted.
Big round. Big round. We got sub ult.
He does have a good performance, and indeed,
only 2?
He's contributed
That's not
to
too
the
bad.
stats. Number of water incidents on stage, this stage, 2. So he's 50%.
So he is guaranteed to be joint first.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess
Crazy stats.
leading the pack.
Over towards middle. Recon gets shot.
This time a little bit
it's a
more
good bait.
aggressive.
It's a
Wook
good
is
bait
gonna
with the
clear
drone.
angle immediately, and there has
Mad
been no
respect to Wook
response.
for clearing that one.
Benji
Flash
waiting
goes
paranoid
over towards
through,
middle
and
from
Cloud
short.
just spamming.
And you know they're going to
Managed
double
find
push
that
short with this
trade.
one. Might be a little too aggro of what's going on.
GX now looking to fight tooth and
Ah, they
nail.
got out.
Wook has even gone down
Wait, they
as well.
fully got
Hudson's
out.
Fury has been put in to try and deny
Right?
the tag connected, but too far away on the
Just
second
on the
player.
range.
Yeah, it was the cage going up a little bit late from Benji Fishy. It was an adjustment hearing those steps start to rumble, but
I'm impressed the
he
Giants
hasn't
actually got
back
out
up.
of this.
He's caught throwing the cage, or just as it blooms. As you said, Cloud easily able to spam him down, then they refight for the space with a player caught in the corner, and that's Wood out of the equation as well. They do great to deal with Ara early on, but now Heretics still find themselves with the disadvantage. With the credits invested into this round, this is GX on the road to recovery without a doubt.
35 seconds. No real ground either.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, they kind of just got to send it here.
Position from these remaining defenders.
Got Omen flash for sight.
Jump spot in for Gravino.
They know he was
It would
under,
just be
so they can get a pretty good Omen
played for
flash
info.
out.
Looked a little bit mental on the screen, but with how much time is left, that info
Knife
could
up
be
in
enough
2.
for the round. Rubinho starting off strong, but Riens is still alive. Vu is still alive. The plant should be coming in flickless. If he goes for this, he's a little bit late, and that could
That's
be
a
a problem.
great swing from
It was
Boo on
either
that
go
one.
in early to deny, or wait for the team. Instead, he went in a little late, and because of that,
Very
it will be
nice,
their
dude.
demise.
Boo's swing on this was good.
From the side of GX.
Don't know how they won this, to be honest with you. 3v4, sending it up
And
short.
that's it. We heard this conversation.
20
on the
seconds
desk.
left.
It was Yinsu saying, like, you can't make the same kind of mistakes we've seen before in a game like this. There it is. It's just a tiny bit too late. But you can't make those mistakes against Team Heretics because they will punish you when it comes down to those 1v1 fights. That's what Sue said. Well, he gave him a 2v1 fight.
Oh my
It's
god, I
even
lifted on Heaven
worse.
so hard, but I one-tap him later.
Indeed, and the one-tap closes it out with Team Heretics 10-6 now in the lead. The economy of GX unable to keep pace with the game and how it's going. They're now down on pistols, and they try to make up for that with an early aggressive play, trying to pincer outside of B-Main, but it's Benji Fishy, cage to fall back to isolate the angle, and he'll go down in the end, but the dirty work's being done. Now it's the A side under threat with not much defending it.
Seemed very ready.
There's a kill trip at the back, though.
Execute.
It's a kill trip at the back for the normal TP, but he did the clone to where it goes, and he... Well, the clone was the guy caught.
Now it's a bit more problematic. Flickless has got a tiny gap.
Oh,
You're going to be able to deny this plant a little bit longer, allowing the rotation of Ara to get that little bit closer. Might help out a little bit, but ultimately it is still a 2v4. 1v4.
You know there's 3 on site, you know there's 1 main. Dealing with that will be difficult. And it's a 1v1 offered by Miniboo, himself and his brother, both incredibly low. But that's not going to inspire enough confidence to go for it. 11 to 6 now, and this is exactly what I was talking about in the previous round, Tom, that yeah, it's been a close game. There's been a lot of promise there. There's been rounds that you could see go to GX. They put up a good fight, but losing that previous, it spirals you into this position where it might not matter. At the end of the day, it's all about winning the map, and Heretics, well, they are very
more
close
timeout?
to doing so.
Do they even have one? I think they have one.
For sure. I think a lot of this round felt like it ended with Benji Fishy, and I think it's just the fact that he was so aware, like using his own cage, like that's where you're most likely to be pressured, is okay, I've managed to fall back away from screens, but then I need somewhere safe to stand, and he created that for himself.
You're all so kind.
I think it's easy to be kind when you're playing this well. Like if you had 2 kills, we'll see if they're as kind.
Even Boo, he's got 5 kills, 6 stats, 10 assists.
He also doesn't care. Like
But, I mean,
if they're winning and Boo has 1 kill, I don't think he gives a damn.
That's what I'm saying. He hasn't been involved in a lot of the fights. He's actually only died the same amount of times as they've lost rounds. You kill Boo, maybe you win the round. That's about the only way.
Standing ahead.
Potentially the last ditch buy.
Okay, Recon goes out to clear it.
Reveal will clear the back.
Can't say boyfriend
The
of the
ults are
students.
building up. The combo
His
you
birthday
definitely
coming
don't
up.
want to see
Dude,
if
what's his
you're
name? I'll say
on
happy
that
birthday.
defensive side is that dimensional drift alongside the Hunter's Fury. A chance for a potential easy pick.
Take flight.
I like the fact that in B main they've got aggressive because of that. Like you don't want to get picked off on the site when you're revealed, so maybe try and get that a little bit closer. But Cloud already being revealed.
Well, this
and
is
now
probably
off
the end.
back of it, they're just going to try executing. First
Dude,
kill comes
how,
easy.
though?
Westside does have
That's
a little
nuts.
bit of support.
He actually locked onto both of them. He just shot underneath
It
both.
seems like they have a very good idea of where they are.
Spams are doing damage. Flickless down to 50 HP. Lost 2/3 of his health. The flash through, still feeling confident.
It's a ball play, man. It's a ball
Fabinho's
play.
And it's a 2v2.
That was nice.
Spike down. Still needs to be planted. Late play by Benji. Won't get them anything. At short angle. Well, it won't get them anything if he goes to sight, but moving up to heaven, perhaps. He can sneak his way through, catch one off guard, but
Very
no.
nice in the end.
GX stands strong. 11-7.
Benji needs a drop.
Gap.
Probably,
And that round, I'll be honest,
Probably,
with the way that it started
full
and
base
the ults
still.
that were used,
And someone would
I
just
thought it
take
was
the
very
hit.
unlikely. Like the
I imagine
drone
Boo will take the
reveal
hit.
got a free kill for Woot just with the spam. Then you had that combo of the Hunter's Fury, but it's Grabinho just making this play individually into the
His
side.
name is Red.
Closing
Okay,
out
happy
the round
birthday,
in the
Red.
end. Fantastic work.
Happy
from
birthday,
him.
mate.
Well, they were the 2 that we sort of said, if they're going to have a big defensive half, it's Ara
Honestly,
and
I respect
Grabinho.
that.
They've had their moments
Did great.
and won the 2 rounds that they have.
I was worrying it was going to be a really.
Heretics with Mini-Boo.
There's some weird names in this chat. I was worrying about the name. I'm not gonna lie to you. Red was pretty good.
To be able to get that knife off, so there's still utility. Activates his ult to
I
deal
appreciate
with
him having
They
a
won't
normal
capitalize
name.
on the paranoia, or so you think. But then 2 quick kills come in, and Flickless goes down. This round is ended in the blink of an eye. As Ara's left alone. Sure, Flickless is holding on, clutching to the edge of a cliff, but
We'll
soon
save.
to come plummeting down as Ara will be the only man standing.
Pretty sure it's done.
With that operator in hand,
I'm looking
up
at the
against
money.
5, you know it's
Pretty
a
sure it's
save,
done.
and
Ara could throw the
that
up
one
to someone else.
really
Pop knives,
surprises
maybe.
me. You see how quickly they flipped this on its head after a real struggle in the previous round.
Yeah, I think this is always, again, just an aspect of, I would say, a great team, is that you can have these slow, layered attack sides where you're using all your util, your ults, you're throwing different pieces in to make it awkward. And then the next round you go, okay, well, they might be getting used to that, so win or lose, let's just run it down. Let's just full sprint in. A couple of nice shots from Ara, but ultimately
No gun
it
into
means
this.
nothing. In fact, it's far more painful to lose that operator than it is to get those 2 kills.
Oh, yeah,
Considering this was the map pick and the start that they had, it's been pretty dominant from Heretics for sure.
That's
Yeah, that's a lovely shot, man.
Smoke goes up. We saw it primed at the start of the round, and you know, I saw 4 players outside. Thought, well, they're going to be stalled at least for a moment, but no, just a swing.
The worst thing is that 1 kill ends up giving all of the information because of Benji's ult.
That's I love that reveal. It's giving me flashbacks to yesterday. But the utility
okay,
so far today, it has...
5 goes at
Also,
it.
that was just a free hand.
Oh yeah, no,
map.
listen,
Like,
that
wasn't a lineup.
That was 5v1, just screw it, see if this works, right? Not a set piece of utility you messed up 2 rounds in a row.
Not a set piece at the beginning of the round. Like, it's a little different.
I was going to say, like, the util in this game has made me happy because I don't feel scared every time I see someone lining it up. I feel like,
if
oh,
anything,
I wonder what this is going to do.
I feel bad for Flickless because his
Contact
flash
on
is
short,
really
right click
good.
the KO flash. And Heretics kind of know that they're at a bad buy, and there's jet knives as well, so they're definitely expecting something aggro.
Yeah, well, he did well in the last round, the GX1, diving out of heaven.
Yeah.
That flash got Corbinho on side. It got Corbinho with 3K.
Why did he save the money? Full faith they're going to win this one.
He's in position for the third. But they need 5 rounds in a row now. A very big task, one they haven't managed so far in this game.
And their buy is not good. Like, even with the Blade Storm, you still have 2 Stingers thrown into the mix. Very situational.
May not be a rifle, but they've got a big bow and arrow. That could help out.
One suppressed.
So only 1. And that 1 doesn't really tell much because we've already
I mean,
seen
Cloud should clean this up with Volt, you would imagine. 3 passing near sight.
It's very late into the round though.
It gives a good setup from Giants.
Blade Storm of Arrow is ready and waiting for this one, but he's left full blind immediately. Cloud's done well, but Miniboo immediately trading. Flickless runs into the side, but is also left completely blind. The battles.
Oh man, Miniboo flash. Miniboo flash looked good here.
Still sticks with Heretics.
I'm guessing that was Miniboo that blinded him, not his
Yeah,
own
no, I
flash.
think it was
He's
sick flash from
on point
Miniboo.
so far. But a 3 versus 2 retake. Cloud and Westside, no utility to work with. Miniboo and Rienz, they were lined up for a moment. The problem is oh, they're going to swing!
Oh, lovely little lineup here as well. It was dominant from Heretics, man. They look good.
And a 13-7 scoreline.
I feel like they keep looking good every time I watch them.
On the map, they're coming in. We said GX